For 50 years, Cabarrus Meals on Wheels has been more than just a meal delivery service. It's been a beacon of hope and connection for the elderly and homebound in our community. This story is about the impact of compassion, the power of a meal, and the dedication of volunteers who make it all possible.
In the beginning, they had 8 clients and 4 volunteers. It was a neighbor taking a meal to a neighbor and just checking and see how they're doing. Pat was one of the original volunteers. At which point, I think this thing grew so quickly, they needed a staff person, and Pat agreed to do that. Pat was smart, she was disciplined, but she was also very compassionate.
I've been in Concord for almost 50 years, and I think I've probably delivered Meals on Wheels for maybe 30. I was first introduced to it by my mother, actually, who I think was one of the first people to deliver Meals on Wheels in Richmond, Virginia. Must have been back in the 60s. So I've sort of had it in my blood maybe ever since then.
I got started 40 years ago. 2 of my friends said, "Come on, Janet." I've been doing it ever since.
Not only do individual people deliver meals for us and volunteer here, but we have organizations that adopt a route throughout Cabarrus County.
We started out 5 days a week delivering Route 16, and fortunately, we've been able to do that every week, every year, and we're happy we can do that because it really does carry out a ministry of helping people and doing what we should do as Christians in our world.
We know that we are just one small partner for Cabarrus Meals on Wheels. We're just glad to be part of a group, part of the community of neighbors feeding neighbors and helping to fight food insecurity and the isolation that seniors experience.
Our club adopted Meals on Wheels as a club-sponsored service project over 20 years ago and has been delivering this route since then on Fridays. It meets our mission of service above self and ways that we can get involved in the community. But I think the more intrinsic part of that is just knowing that you are making sure individuals at least get one nutritious meal every single day. And you're a part of making that happen.
The longevity of this organization is just incredible. It takes somebody with the heart to understand what needs to be done, and it's servicing the clients and getting the meals out, which is the number one thing.
I became involved with this program in particular 18 years ago. At that time, my dad had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and during that time, I found that seniors really need a lot of help in this country, and I knew that's what I wanted to do. Our mission here at Cabarrus Meals on Wheels is to provide a meal to homebound elderly throughout Cabarrus County. Our volunteers deliver those meals, and with a very friendly smile every day, Monday through Friday. And it has stayed basically the same since the inception 50 years ago.
I think one of the major things that Meals on Wheels did is they started having their soup meals, which I think has become one of the 2 or 3 biggest social events of the year. It's non-political, it's non-partisan, it's non-religiously oriented. It is simply people caring for their neighbors.
I started volunteering because my dear friend Shannon, she told me that she runs a route every month and she takes her kids and they help, and I thought, what a great way to show your kids an act of service and help people and to live, show them by example what it means to help people out. Now that my kids are grown and gone, it's really more about the relationships with the clients. It's just great to build a relationship with those people and get to know them and vice versa.
You see the need for it, and you see how it works in people's lives, and you stay with something and you know that it's doing something worthwhile for people. Sometimes I feel like we're more blessed than the people that get the meal. The volunteers get so much out of this when they really get involved and see what is happening in the lives of those frail people. The meal is important, but what happens in the giving of that meal to somebody, and the smiles and the concern and the questions that you can ask and talk with those people, that means everything.
We started in the homes, as you know, and from there, and we went to Cabarrus Hospital, it was called back then, here in Cabarrus County. And we went for years there, and that was an asset because it was a better quality food and more sanitary, maybe. So we eventually decided, a board was created, and we decided that we best find another place to go. And so after we left the hospital, we went to an old restaurant building, which was located in Kannapolis on Highway 29A. And then we stayed up there some years and outgrew that and needed a better facility. And that's what they did. It's second to none in that kitchen in this building here. This facility here has made it able to cover some of the demand that's really needed from people that really need it in the county.
Our building here not only allows us to provide over 1,000 meals a day to our clients, we have also been able to acquire a contract with Save the Children Head Start program here in Cabarrus County, where for the past 3 years, we have actually prepared and delivered their breakfast and lunch for them every day for the kids in this county who also need to be fed. Cabarrus County is a very special place. The people of Cabarrus County, we would not be able to do what we do every single day. The longstanding challenge that any nonprofit faces, but especially here at Cabarrus Meals on Wheels, has been volunteers. We could not do what we do every day without our volunteers. Every day throughout Cabarrus County, we have 31 routes, feeding 450 people a day. We have a wonderful partnership here at Cabarrus Meals on Wheels with Subaru Concord, and we have had that relationship with them for over 12 years. We have received over $200,000 from Subaru, and without that financial support, we would find it difficult to continue serving as many people as we are able to.
The Subaru Love Promise is our promise and our commitment and dedication to making the communities where we live and work better places. And that entails partnering with nonprofits whose missions we can support and stand behind, and we feel that truly make a difference, like Cabarrus Meals on Wheels, and working with them, supporting them through volunteer efforts, through amplifying their messages, whether it's through paid media or social media, and also funding, making donations.
We started a pet food program because our clients were sharing their meal with their pets, and we did not want that to continue happening. For the past 10 years, Splash Paw will donate cat and dog food to us, and each of our clients gets a large box of pet food at the beginning of each month.
I ran across the pet food program at Meals on Wheels, and it was just perfect timing. It was at the inception of Splash Paw, and we were looking for a way to give back. They're always extremely grateful for it. I feel good walking away that we helped them. Everybody eats what they're supposed to eat, and they're smiling.
Well, as we celebrate 50 years here at Cabarrus Meals on Wheels, I would just like to say thank you to everyone in Cabarrus County who has had a part in this, from the inception in 1974 to delivering yesterday. 50 years is a long time for an organization, and I am extremely proud and honored to be the executive director during this time frame.
I'm very proud of being helpful and delivering all those years that I could do.
Well, it's just incredible that there's still nonprofit organizations that have been able to be run for this long for a nonprofit the last 50 years and grow the way it's grown due to the need in the community. It's not an easy project to do.
For 50 years, they have had a clear focus on what their mission is, and they've not shifted from that. They've not expanded that. They've kept a laser focus on meals for older adults and social contact. So it's remarkable, and I cannot imagine it not being here 50 years from now.
I think it's very important for individuals to volunteer because they see that they can make a difference. Little insignificant me can make a difference in somebody else's life. And it just makes you feel good inside to know that, hey, I'm doing something that's helping somebody else. Even me, I can do this.
Cabarrus Meals on Wheels is more than just a meal. It's a lifeline, a connection, and a testament to the power of community. From the volunteers to the partners, to every meal delivered, thank you for making a difference every day. Here's to the next 50 years of service, smiles, and making our community a better place for everyone.